Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday and welcome to 21 Days with Love. I am so excited to be with you on this Sunday evening. I pray that everything has been going well with you since we last connected. Today is pretty rainy outside, but that's okay because we all know with after the rain comes what? The sunshine. All right, now today we have two wonderful people in the house tonight, and they're joining us via Zoom. If you're watching this and I just came across your screen and via Facebook Live, you are welcome to join the Zoom link. If you could just chat, if you want to put comment on the live, or you can join the Zoom. The link is under the events on my page. You can just select the link there and join us and be a part of the conversation. We're going to be on here for about 20 minutes. Don't want to keep your time, but we're just checking in, doing a check-in, a temperature check on how our week went, how the 21 day with love is going. If there's some things that we found challenging and what we would like to change, just overall conversation. So I'm going to say thank you again for joining us, and let's get started. All right. So Amy, I see you're checking in. Would you like to share with us some information or just share with us about how your week went since last Sunday? The mute won't come off, I know.
There we go. Okay. Hi, my name is Amy, and this is my second week of doing the 21 Days with Love, Transformation, Healing, and Growth. And I'm checking in to let you know, hey, week one, yes, was interesting, because like I explained to Michelle last week, she had me so miscombobulated, because the music, I think, was supposed to start at a certain era, and she was doing 60s and that. I was like, wait a minute, no, but you know, I read. And so I got it together, but it was fun. Week two, you get to switch up. I mean, every day you get to switch up, and I like that. Just keeping, like I said, consistency. And I even made a little journal to help me, stay on it. Write it down what I did. So when it's over, I can look back. I can add to it. And I'm just so thankful for it. Like I said, my children, they watch me do it, and sometimes they laugh at me because, my little song choices or whatever. But that's going to be me. Would you get online? Would you get offline? I'll be live. Information, baby. So I just wanted to say thank you, Michelle, for doing this. And it's with love, that I receive it. And I hope everyone else that joined in, we continue this on and add on to it. Because guess what? Transformation, you keep transforming. Okay, and you keep growing. So I thank you.
Yeah,
hopefully Rachel can do it too.
It seems like she's dropped. The weather's really bad in New Orleans. We've had on a thunderstorm watch. Streets are flooding already. But hey, I'm inside. We're inside. We're hoping that everyone, if you're out there in the streets, that you're being safe and that you are only outside if you need to be. Today, before I go that far, I want to respond to Amy. I am so glad that your kids get to see and watch you do this growth, this transformation, and laugh at it. I was thinking about, in doing what I'm doing, I've been thinking about my mama and my daughter and me, right? And I've been looking at what is being revealed to me a lot of times, me as a daughter and me as a mother, and being that middle person between the two. And I'm thinking like, man, is this how my mama used to feel or think, because as a daughter, I remember my mama dancing and enjoying the music and having a great time. But I'm like, is this, was she going through this process also and just didn't know how to like bounce back, or was music her coping? Is that how she coped with her day to day? It was a lot of us. For a long time, it was when I was growing up, it was 5 of us, 6 of us, right? And so maybe music was her way of really just coping and having a good time. As long as I can remember, music was in our household. And so I think back, it's been coming to my remembrance, me being a child, looking at my mama dressing up or just dancing around the house. My auntie Deborah, how much she loved music. My auntie Barbara coming over, and just the women in just music all around in our community, in our neighborhood. Child music ruled everything. But as a daughter, it had me start thinking about my mama in a different light, right? Because now I'm a mother at her age, and I'm thinking like, maybe this is how I used to feel. Michaela's looking at me and feeling the same way, right? Laughing at me in a good way, but just like wondering, what am I like as a mother, as a woman? Now seeing what I am as a woman, not necessarily just her mother, right? And having those conversations with her. And I want that to be a kind of thing that sparks this, lead into more of us having these actions where our children get to see us as humans and not just as their parents, right? Because for a long time, I just saw my mama as my parent, right? Coping mechanism. Maybe that was a coping mechanism, and it was a great one because I always saw her being happy when music came on, and she wasn't frustrated or anything like that. And that's probably why I enjoy music so much also, because of how she was when music came on, right? And how she used to get dressed and, be her super fly, her and my nanny, how they would be when they were getting dressed, getting ready to go out, honey, into the tether town up. I remember being like that also. So this meeting is going to end in 10 minutes because we've been on for a long time. But hi Kathy, hi everyone, hey everyone, thank y'all for joining. I was just
you
talking.
You can pick it up on live, on Facebook Live.
I'm looking at it. I see them talking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on, but I was saying it's gonna cut off, but Zoom might cut off, but your Facebook Live.
Oh, my Facebook Live.
If you want to continue.
Okay. I was just talking about my mama when she was younger, when I was younger, and how she used to be dancing and having a good time, honey, and just living her best life. And just how as an adult now, how I look back on that and think about, well, how was she, maybe this was a coping mechanism, as Amy said, when she was younger. We're doing a temperature check-in for those that are joining Facebook Live. If you haven't been following me, we're doing a 21 Days with Love, and it's really a transformation, growth, and healing process that we're going through, and it's inspired by the 21 Days of Prime with Deion Sanders. So I'm just doing my own version of it, right, with everyone in the community. And I do have like a whole presentation and all that other kind of stuff, but we're on live, and the folks that are on Zoom have seen it already. But if you would like for me to share it with you, just hit me up in my DM or YouTube, message me, or Instagram message me, wherever you're going to see this video, and I will send that information to you. Hi, Mr. Cole. Hi, everyone. Everyone's joining now, so it's good to see you all. So I'm going to start with, I want to ask you this, Amy, and Rachel also. When selecting your music, how was it selecting music, and how's it been selecting the music and applying a workout regimen to the music?
Well, I know Rachel probably not talking, but if she can put in the chat, then I don't want to,
No,
but for me, girl, I love music. So now I like the part that you have 60s, go back to the 60s, because I mean, even though we're born in the 70s, of course we heard, but there were a lot of songs, that now that people are finding and putting on there, so a lot of them are becoming remixed. But to go back into that time and that era, it's just something different. And like I say, growing up listening to music, like you said, with your mom, like with my parents, everybody had music playing somewhere at a party, whatever. And to look at the list, like some of the songs that you had, like I said, some songs were popping up, or lyric, or something like for the word of the day you had, some of the words would come up in that song, and I was like, oh, wait a minute, and then the songs I picked before, like in advance, I didn't wait till a day, I picked it before, so that way it really like resonated, and I was like, wait a minute, this song really fit for this day, this song really fit for this time, and then like I have a mixture of, like gospel, our little get it together music, drop it like it's hot, stuff like that. But it's good to be versatile with it because, like you say, it sets the tone, it sets the mood. And a lot of people probably never heard of that song, or you can find out some similarities. People have the same music that you listen to. And it takes you back to a time. Like you said, growing up, and now me being a parent, being a mother, my only, sister, she's not here, but, no longer living. But I remember the times that we shared, my brother, but now I have the opportunity to do it with my children, and then, of course, listen to the new music that they have and let them know, hey, this not your music, but also show them the music that we listen to that was remixed from our parents' era, and to show them how it's going to probably change again,
Right.
So find something that, like I said, that brings back, sometimes it's good memories, sometimes it's sad memories, but take it and use it as encouragement, and to say at least you have that as a memory, So it helped me.
Yeah. That's why I did it. That's why I chose to do the music in a sense of to go back to the 60s, because that was in all the music I loved was inspired by my mom, right? So the 60s was her time. She was only 18 years older than I am. So of course I wanted to have, and I had love appreciation for, I think Rachel, do you know how to tell her to take it off of the phone, Amy?
Let me see.
Facebook Live, if y'all want to join me, if y'all want me to bring y'all in, I see y'all watching. If you want me to bring you on camera, let me know and I'll bring you on camera. The Zoom is going to drop off in a few minutes, I think. So we'll be on live. Amy, you can join live.
Yeah, I'm on now.
Ray, I think you can join live too. But the reason I chose that is because I have a great appreciation for music. I love music, and I love music from all genres. And I love music from that era. I really, really do. All of those people reminded me of like my daddy, my mama, my own stepdaddy Cal. Everybody that was pivotal in when I was growing up. When the adults in my life, my Uncle George. So that's why I chose to the music and to do it in that fashion. I like to dance, and I need to work out, right? I need to work out because I want to have a healthier life. And because I want to have a healthier life, working out is a part of it. So, but I don't like to, as I stated before in previous recordings, I am not, the way my life is designed up right now, I cannot commit to going to the gym and being there all the time, right? So I decided to do this in designing the 21 Days with Love. I took that into consideration and figured if I can't do it, there's a lot of folks that can't do it or don't want to do it. Some people just don't like the gym, and so that's understandable. And I designed the 21 days to be a lifestyle. We're doing the 21 days now, but it's really to help develop a lifestyle for us to grow and own this as a way of a life. Hey Rachel, do you want to share a little bit with us today?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh.
What? I think it's breaking up. Come up to.
Is it breaking up?
I can hear you now. We can hear you. Yes.
I am so sorry. I am new to Zoom. I am new, so yeah. I'm just listening today because I've missed out on most of everything. But it is a pleasure to be here. I'm excited. Hopefully I will have everything down for the next meeting. I love music. Music is in my house every single day because I'm a caregiver of a special needs son, and he loves music. We're always dancing and having a good time. You see my dog singing in the background. He's backing it up for me. So I'm a disco baby. I was born in the 70s. My parents were partiers back in the day. My dad was a total hippie. So music has always surrounded me. I'm just, it's a thing. It's a feel-good thing. And I love all genres of music. And I just try to keep my house full of sound and happiness.
Yes. Well, I am so glad to hear that. And I'm so excited that you were able to join us today. We're trying to get her on social media, everyone. We're trying to get her on social media. So everyone, put it on the screen, comment, Rachel join social media. And I'm going to send to her all of the comments from you all that says hashtag Rachel join social media. Yay! And hopefully we can get her at least on Facebook without a picture, because she's shy. She's a shy person. So hopefully we get her on Facebook. So we have 1 minute left on the Zoom. So Rachel is going to log you off, but I did send you the Facebook. So log on the Facebook, and look, somebody already did hashtag Rachel join social media. So I'm just saying it's gonna be a thing. So
turn into a movement.
Yes, it's gonna be a movement. So it's gonna cut off on you, Miss Rachel. We're glad that you were able to join us and share with us today. This portion will be uploaded on the YouTube. So more folks are going to be a part of the hashtag Rachel join social media. And so I'm just letting you know that when it reaches 50, you have to begin. So thank you. So Zoom is gone off. All right. So now we're on live. Now, who wants to come on live with me? We're just on Facebook. We're talking about the 21 Days with Love. For those that have had opportunities, if you've had an opportunity to see it and follow me on social media, you'll see that I've been posting about it. But right now, here we are. Happy late birthday tomorrow, honey. I love you. Let's see. Yes. So let's talk about, my week was good as far as joining. So I'm going to start with 21 days and let everyone know what it is again. It's 21 days of a life-changing, or life improvement movement. 21 days. Everyone knows it takes 21 days or 7 to 21 days to break a habit and to begin a new habit. And so this is actually inspired by 21 Days with Prime. When he started his 21 Days with Prime, I tried to do it. However, I was doing 21 days of something else. So I did 21 days of something else along with him, which was 21 days of closing out some goals that I had. So I did that. But then I wanted to work out, because I need to work out, because as you all can see, if you look back on my pictures, I've found some of the weight that I lost, and I want to get back to being consistent with actually living day to day healthy. I've been seeing some of my videos from some of my live videos from 2019 and 2020 where I walked every day. I love walking, but I have been so consumed with these beautiful distractions that that I have not had an opportunity to really I have not committed to myself like I was back then. So I'm not going to say opportunity. I have not committed and arranged my schedule to commit to doing the things that I am supposed to be doing as far as my health. So here I am doing that, and I'm bringing you all along my journey, as I always do, with helping me grow and helping you grow. All right, so Amy, I'm going to bring you on. Wait, let me see how I do this. And remember, if you all are on here, you want me to bring you on, I will. So Amy, there we go. Amy Booker has to join. Wait. All right, so Amy, this is my first time adding somebody to Facebook Live.
All right,
Hey,
there we go, girl.
Amy, I did it.
I know, girl. I'm cause it's not working on my iPad, but it's working on my phone. I was like, oh, I like this. Wait a minute, now I see half of your face on here. So
Wait,
I,
wait, do you
I,
see my whole face?
I
I'm up
just see
here
your
at the top.
eyes. I see right here.
Well, I guess for everyone else, it shows both because I see both of us. I see a full, well, the head from my shoulders up, and I see you from your shoulders up. So
Well,
I
it
can
must
see
just
both
be
of
my
us.
phone. Let me see. I'm trying to go on my iPad.
Could
It
be.
might look big on my iPad. I'm
It
listening.
could be. So I finished. I was reading The Laws of Manifesting Your Vision by R.C. Blakes Jr. I've read that book previously, and let me tell you something. Reading it
Okay.
the second time around
Mm-hmm.
now, because I first time I read it was years ago when I first got it, and but reading it again this time with new eyes, new lens, and a new mindset um is it's pretty much telling me that I'm on the right path and that I have really been shortchanging God, right? I've really been
Mm-hmm.
shortchanging God and the folks that I'm purpose for, right? And the things that I'm purpose for. And so that, honey, I'm on the road. I'm ready.
Amen.
I have my next book that I'm reading, and I'm still trying to decide, y'all. I've been reading small passages, but I want to start a new book, and I'm not sure. And it's the books that I already have at home, so I'm not going
Mm-hmm.
to purchase any new books. The only new book I'm going to get is the Deion Sanders book, the Prime book. But other than that, I'm going to read the ones that I have here, and I just recently bought Me, My Mind by R.C. Blake Jr. So I have that book. So I'm going to read all my books, my Michelle Obama book, my Barack Obama, just all the books that I have at home already that have been just sitting, waiting for me to read. That is one of my goals.
Mm-hmm.
One of my goals is to take time out to do what I love to do, and that's reading. I advocate, I do all these things for everyone, but I want to read, and I owe it to myself to, especially at this beautiful age of 50, to do those kind of things that I enjoy.
Yeah.
Um, what about you, Amy? Do you have anything, a goal? Because it's three goals that we were supposed to be thinking about doing. So, what are your three, or would you like to share one of the goals that you are looking forward to?
Well, yeah. One is like you said, read. The quarantine happened, so I used to go to the library, and well,
Uh-huh.
before the quarantine, but that was the last time. Well, that wasn't the last time. That was the last time I checked the book out.
Mm-hmm.
But I was buying books, but I checked. So I went back to the library because now, she was in school, so she had to go to the library to get some magazines and stuff. So I said, well, let me check and see, if I have any finds or anything like that. Girl, lady, pull up some stuff. She pulled up a book, and I was like, a book, a CD, and something else. And I was like, what? So I was like, y'all, because I was cleaning up, and I was like, I hope I didn't donate the book, get the book away. I said, because, I didn't want to have, a lot of stuff. So I was like, wait a minute. And I couldn't find it. So one day I was looking for, how it is when you go looking for something and you
Mm-hmm.
can't find it then, but later on you find it. So I found the
Mm-hmm.
book. I was so excited. So I was like, okay, now I found that book, but looking for the book that I needed to find, which I was so happy. There was this other book I found. It was something like fashion, because I read different books, because
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to just stick in one, genre, like nonfiction, fiction, stuff like that, but all different
Mm-hmm.
categories. I want different categories. So, like I was telling Nala, she wanted to get back in that too. And so I told her, I said, well, find a book. If it's a small book, you want to read the small book. If you want to read one page, read one page. See the time that you have, because if you say you want to read a book, books are so many pages, and
Yeah.
they have different kinds. What
Mm-hmm.
kind do you want to read? What do you want to do after? What are you trying to do? So I found the book is more like I think the bag, I don't know what bag is, but I have so many books. Which is so ironic, my last name is Booker. But anyway, reading is another one.
Uh-huh.
Finish writing, because like I wrote a book, it's out, but this Amira drew the illustration, and I wrote a book, and it's like mostly for teens. So I want to do one for an adult, different topics. So I'm working on that, and Of course, deleting all the stuff off my phone. I got a lot of stuff on that's my phone crashed.
Uh-huh.
A lot of
Mm-hmm.
videos, a lot of stuff. You screenshot, like I told you, I had 499 tabs open
Mm-hmm.
and pressed the wrong button and deleted all of them.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm working on that. So if it's open, do what I need to do, get it out the way. Don't worry about it because I
Mm-hmm.
was upset. But I was like, I don't even know what's in there because it's like 499.
I don't know how you hide had it. Well, I think, yeah, I do know because sometimes mine have like 30. And I'm like, wait, I need to clear this out. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm doing. That's three of the goals right there. Working on, reading some more, finishing the book, and cleaning up my phone.
Well, yeah, honey. Cleaning up my phone is a forever thing in my emails. I used to have that as a goal. It's no longer a goal for me. It's just like when I have free time. Um, that's good. So when we come back on, like share with me the book info so I can post it and share with everyone else in the 21 days because we want to support as we grow as because 21 days is a part of my goal. So I have three. One of them is definitely this whole lifestyle, right? Correction, the things that I need to do to really be healthy and live a healthy lifestyle and to be, to get back to my sexy. I'm already sexy, but the sexy that I prefer to be. I'm gonna say that part. That's the first one. The second one is definitely reading more because I love to read. I'm an avid reader. I've been reading since a little girl. My nanny used to take us to in the summer to the library, and we used to be a part of the main library book club. So I love to read ever since a little girl, and I realized that throughout life, I've not been as dedicated to it as I would love to be. And because of that, I just feel like I'm missing something. And I am. I'm missing a part of me, and a part of me loves to read. So
Oh,
that's
and look,
the one. The
the
third one is
mhm.
this communication, this podcast, this YouTube thing, right? So this has been on my radar forever. I've had plans, I've written it out, I've had a team at one point and never moved forward on it because some beautiful type of distraction. And I call them beautiful because it's never anything that I want to regret because I love my jobs. As I say, jobs. I love the work that I do in the community. I love being of service. However, sometimes those things can be beautiful distractions. They're distractions from what the bigger picture and the bigger purpose that God has me for. And I'll put everything for me on the back burner and do everything that everyone else needs to be done. And then when I have time for myself, I just want to like lay down and watch Tubi. And that's not often. It's not often that I'm able to watch Tubi, even when I have my time carved out for myself on a Sunday. Something either or I'm just exhausted, right? I'm prepping for Monday, so I've this 21 days is to be very intentional. And my third goal is to be dedicated, committed to doing this, right? It's Simply Great Days is what it's the podcast is called. I developed a YouTube for it. And if you see the first few videos, they're like a year or 6 months apart. And there's only three of them that are up there. At one time, I was going live more often than I am now. And I just noticed that there's always a nugging at me and a pulling at me. And I know that that is God saying, girl, look, I'm not playing with you. You need to do what it is I said to do. And you're slacking. You're doing everything but what I told you to do. Now, all of it's good, but it's still not what he instructed me to do. So I am doing this. I'm making time for everything, making my list, checking my list, writing my list and checking it twice, right?
Santa.
Yes, making sure I do everything according to what he says to do. And so this is the third one. So there's the reading, the healthy life, and this podcast. So uh, anyone, if you want me to bring you on, just ask.
And
You
look,
know,
New
because Amy and
Orleans,
I could be on here all day talking.
show
You know, I don't
not
know if
because
y'all know it, but we could be on here all
all
day
day. So
talking.
come on in because I got something to tell y'all now about the New Orleans Public Library. If y'all got fines, I think look, Google it. I think they was changing it that you don't have to worry about paying for it. So check that out for, like you say, for reading.
Mm-hmm.
And you said the podcast, if you don't have time to do the video, like I have one, but I do it over the phone. So that way, if I'm not able to sit down, I can just talk. And then later
Mm-hmm.
you can put like your pictures to put it
Mm-hmm.
to YouTube until you're able to, do your facial, like right now, like this, like you're saying live or whatever. But like while you're driving, wherever you are, like they have, like I think it's on Spotify,
Mm-hmm.
and you can do it from your phone because that's what I do my podcast from right now on the phone. I had it's called Cue the Words, CUETHEWRDS, but it's not my face. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't do the face one yet because I see they started doing a lot of with the face. But
Mm-hmm.
if if that's what you want to do, because you like to say the podcast, you don't have time to do the video, you can just talk and then save that for later and put it on when you do your video too, because that's a way, So
Okay.
just feedback. For anybody else, come on, talk on, tell us what y'all doing.
Yeah, come tell us what y'all doing. Today is Sunday. This is our second check-in. Amy, let me tell you something. My favorite song, I was listening to the other day, girl. I say, Lord. I was listening to Too Short and Two Live Crew. Now, I
Oh,
don't know how they came on.
Push
Oh
up.
my
It's your birthday.
goodness.
Virgos.
No, honey, way back
Oh,
the
the other one?
80s. The
Oh,
80s Luke. The one that
oh,
had everybody had the laws changing,
oh, yeah.
listing lyrics, and I'm like, oh my goodness. We can't really complain about what's happening today. But yeah, I had all kind of energy. And look, a couple of days I was like, why are my legs hurting like this? That's because I'm doing the dang on squat routine and arm raise, the whole full body exercise to the music, and I'm going on about my business because it's not registering to me that I'm working out, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so I'm just having a good time, and I'm having a bunch of just jamming to it, um, and child working out and was feeling it later. Like, girl, this
Yeah.
you exercise. So shout out to Radical Fitness for the workout routine. I'm chopping it up according to what I feel it works for. But let me tell you, even though I chopped it up according to the music and the movements, baby, it's still giving me the business. Okay?
Oh, yeah,
It's
that
still
music.
giving me the business. So shout out to Rob Jason, Radical Fitness. Y'all go follow him. He have those specials. He have bag classes. He has everything he's going to. I'm gonna tag him in the post so you all can go and connect with him. I see my cousin Derek is on here. We're talking about the
I can't
21
even
day
see.
challenge, Derek. We're talking about not challenge, 21 days with love. It's a time of growth, transformation, so and healing. So if you want to come on the camera, I'll bring you on. I see you, Andre. Congratulations, young man. Let me tell y'all something. Andre, I'm going to tag him in this also. He has a lot going on for the community of New Orleans. Don't sleep on him. Don't sleep on him. And he's one of our cohort PLTI cohort 10 um, graduates. He's graduating on next Saturday. Y'all come out and see us. Come out. It's a network. It's a graduation and alumni celebration. PLTI, the Parent Leadership Training Institute, has been in the city of New Orleans since 2012 to 11. Trying to remember but anyway, and it took a break and is back in New Orleans under the Office of Youth and Families. I am the site coordinator, and it's and so we're having a graduation. The graduation is Saturday, March 23rd from 11 to 12. And then after, you get to be a part of our alumni community networking event. So the alumni will be there. The graduates who are now be transitioned to their alumni phase of the initiative will be there, and there'll be plenty of opportunities to network and also sign up for the next cohort, which will begin in October of 2024. So if you're hearing this for the first time, seeing it, if you follow me, come out and celebrate with us. It's absolutely free. There's an Eventbrite. There's um, a form that you can, there's a link, I think, on my page where you can sign up to RSVP. We're going to have food there and just see some work that's happening in the community. I graduated from cohort 1, and we're in the 10th cohort. So I'm very excited about that. And you never know what kind of work is really going on in the city of New Orleans, in your community. PLTI is actually a national initiative. And so we have folks that are in all areas in different walks of life that are being a part of change. They're change agents for their communities and for their families. So if you are interested, you can always call me also at 504-231-8485. Now that's a plug, Amy. I feel like that's a commercial. But my number's out there anyway. So if you are interested in joining the Parent Leadership Training Institute and you don't do social media, my email is mischell.dav as in Victor, is2@nola.gov. My phone number is 504-231-8485, and you can text me. If you call me, 9 times out of 10, I may not answer, but you can definitely text me. Let me know that you're interested in signing up for our next cohort. You're interested in attending the graduation networking event and celebration, and I'll send you the information. Now that's it on that. All right, Amy. So Derek, also my cousin said bring him on. So I'm about to bring him on. Let's see here. Like, I press his name? Wait, doesn't he have to do like bring me on type thing? You have to select it, Derek.
That time press send request, something like that.
You have to press the request.
You'll press it, yeah.
And when you do that, then I'll select you. Okay. But okay, so here we go. Wait. So it went up. Amy, I see you. I don't see Derek. Okay, here we go. All right. Okay, so Derek, I press it to bring you on. Let's see. Hey, Trina. This is funny. Okay, here we go. Derek is watching. Okay, here we go. Bring them on. Okay, here we go. Add. You see, I couldn't add this. Okay, so he says he has technical issues. Okay, let's see. Trina, you want me to bring you on? I see you up there. Hey, sis. Do you want me to bring you on? Press yes. This is so funny because I always see people doing this on live, and so this is a new space for me, and I am so she said I am so excited for everyone that has taken the time to stop by and just to hear me talk about the 21 Days with Love. If you have not had a chance, go visit my Instagram page at LadyLove1625 to get the details of what 21 Days with Love is. Today we're into our second week. Today we are in our second week of 21 Days with Love. And so I'm going to sum it up for you. It's pretty much setting 3 goals that you would like to accomplish within these 21 days or begin to execute, right? There's always something that we have on our list to do, and our vision board, our list to do's, and it's a running list to do's, and it's at the top. It's a thing that God has been nudging us to really move forward on, and we haven't. So within these 21 days, we're asking that you visit that for yourself. You don't have to share with me if you don't want or with no one else, but just take stock for yourself and decide what 3 goals that you've been sitting on and that you want to start making move on, right? And it could be big or small. It's up to you. We're not measuring it. The success is you're measuring your own success. We are not doing that. I'm just being a part of the process to add support and to be a part of the process to share my journey, right, with you all. Um, Now the other thing is now this for the mental growth that's the thing. Then there's music, right? So we're using music to help us with our physical and our uh just our emotional state, right? I love music and I love being uh fine, because I'm fine, I'm just naturally fine. But anyway, the new fine that I want to go back to. And so in order to have that physical look that I want to have and my internal health, it takes me to really be committed to doing the things I need to do to get in shape, bottom line. And since I don't like to go to the gym all the time like I used to, well, I don't like the gym anyway, but Rob made it fun. Radical Fitness made it fun. Um, and since I cannot go, I reached out to Rob and got a routine. He designed a routine for me to do for these 21 days, and I've been applying it to the music. So the music works like each day you do is that a different decade is dedicated to each day. So 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000, and up to 2010, y'all. Um, we're doing 3 songs a day. 3-song minimum. The other day I did Undada from George Krantz from Breaking. Honey, that was 2 and 3. Okay, that was 2 and 3 songs. So I just did that one, and so I use that song as 2 and 3, and I did exercises to that. It's all about just being whatever it takes to just make you happy. This week was a rough week for me. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I was under the weather. My sinuses had taken control of me, and I was on the bed. I was knocked out. I worked, but soon as I clocked out, closed the computer, drank some water, I was asleep until 2:30 in the morning. I was sleeping until 2:30. So I didn't do any workout on Wednesday, so I had to make up for it. And oh Lord, my legs were killing me. My whole body was killing me, but I had to make up for it, and I did it. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that. Trina, I could come out there and walk in the neighborhood. Your neighborhood is really nice. It's really nice. But nobody's outside of your neighborhood. Nobody's outside. So that's the 21 days, right? The 21 days is definitely getting you ready for your physical, mental, and spiritual growth. Now, every day, I ask that everyone think of a word that they would like to describe a word that describes how they're feeling, or how they want their day to be, like a positive word, right? So I may have woke up aggravated or agitated, but that's not my word of the day. My word day is expectance, right? I'm expecting to not be agitated the rest of the day, right? We have to, I'm single, I live by myself, and there's no one here to offer me like, yeah, babe, it's gonna be good. Or yeah, mommy's gonna be good. Or yes, sis. No one's there. We do it through text. But when I first wake up in the morning, that's only God and I. That's it. So if I work up, and I'm human. So if I work up agitated, I wake up agitated. Because I probably didn't get enough sleep because sometimes my brain does not shut off. So what I did was, in designing this, I was like, you know what? We need to be intentional with how we set our day, how we set our day, you know? And not to say that we're not going to be shaken and aggravated by folks and in life, you know, and things are not going as we expected to or planned it to. But however, we have to own it. And no matter what the day is beginning to become, if it's taking a turn for the left and it's not going the way that you prefer it to go, then there's some internal thoughts in the process that you have to have within yourself to be like, you know what? I see where this is going, but we're not about to do that. I am not about to step into this danger zone. I am going to stay right over here in my little life and stay planted in my peace, right? And sometimes the only person that can talk sense into you is you, right? We're in control of our own behavior, our own movements, you know, and how we move in this earth. And, you know, so it's up to us. And child, sometimes I be wanting to say a couple of things, but the reality of it is, how is it going to make me feel? How is this going to advance the movement? How is this going to empower me? It's not. The devil will always be there to get somebody to work on your last nerve, but how much power are you going to give that? How much? None. None. Peace is everything. Peace is everything. I've always been a peaceful person, but I've always been quick to pop off, right? At some point, I became that I'll pop off. And I never liked being like that. I love being peaceful. I love being happy, right? Um, I love seeing the glass half full, you know? And a lot of it has to do with, and it wasn't always like that, you know, it's a choice. It's something I have to work towards. I don't have to work towards it anymore because it's a part of who I am now. But there was a point to where I really struggled and had to really think about, like, am I about to not be reactive, right? Because being reactive to somebody's and being offended to people and how they move in the world and how they do me, that's not my business. And I had to learn that when people are doing things, they're doing what's best for them. They're not necessarily doing anything to hurt me. And if they are, that ain't my business. That's God's business. Definitely God's business. You know, I used to take stuff personally so much in life and be so hurt by folks and the way that they move and the way that they handled me, right? And I had to learn a couple of things. You know, first of all, I'm Sherry Mitchell's daughter, so that's never a good mixture of how I respond because I respond accordingly. But when I asked God to really, really allow me to, when people see me, they see Him, I can't be popping off. And it's not being fake. I'm capable. I'm very capable of popping off, but I don't enjoy it. I don't like it. I prefer not to do it. Right? Um, and so when I asked him for that as a child, you know, that was a struggle to live up to, you know, because life will happen and sometimes we're not always equipped with the tools to respond accordingly, to respond in a healthy manner, um, to and sometimes we don't respond and we allow things to fester and allow things to continue to happen and folks don't know that they're really doing a disservice to you, you know, and then we be mad at folks, but we're mad at people and they don't even know that we mad. We're mad at people and they don't even realize that they're hurting us. We're upset with folks and for folks being folks, right? So as we grow through this process, we heal from those things. We learn more about ourselves that we knew, but we don't want to trust. You know, it's not easy turning the other cheek. Listen. It's not easy turning the other cheek. It's not easy being understanding when folks have hurt you and they're hurting you on purpose. It's not. You know, it's easy to like pop somebody in the face. It's easy to do to them what they're doing to you. But is that what God wants you to do? Mm-mm. Yep. You used to give Miss Tony or Shell your which one you want? I was good for that. Which one you want? I'm gonna give you whatever you're asking for. But I can't do that anymore, right? Because I'm wiser. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. You know, if I choose not to ask you what choice, it's because I'm choosing me. Because I know what one of those other ones is gonna bring. So I choose me. I choose to do things according to God's will, but don't push me. So and to keep me, and I say that because that's the truth. I'm human. I grew up in the third world central city. I may not always act on, I've been bullied and bullied. So I may not always come across as the person that is capable because that's not what I really want in life. That's not what I feel like I want to project to kids because we do need to be hold ourselves accountable for our behavior. And I can't say that to young people and not can't govern my own. I'm very transparent. And I let kids know, look, I understand you want to pop off, you know, and sometimes you feel like popping off is very necessary. However, let's talk about the consequences of that. There are consequences to popping off. There's consequences to making that sudden decision that's not going to be in the best interest of you in the end. Right? So, with that, I position myself to where I'm not in subjecting myself. That's right, Trina. Think beyond the moment. Self-inflicted pain. Yes, I'm positioning myself to where I'm not in those positions, in those spaces that will bring out that behavior in me. Because just because, and we have to think about that, y'all. Let's be real here. This is really about the mental, right? We do not know what folks are experiencing in their heads. We do not know what people are living with and what they're going through. So when we engage each other, when we come in contact with each other, we need to be more intentional with our approach, right? There's absolutely nothing wrong with being kind. Absolutely nothing wrong with being kind. And we are raising a generation of children that their first reaction is to be negative. They don't realize it because it's implanted in them before they can even understand life or actually the process of ABC and 1, 2, 3, right? And we as an adults, we don't realize it either, you know. But we have to be mindful of how we handle each other. We just do. People are going through a lot. They're living through a lot. And they're pulling themselves up by the bootstraps barely. So if you're having a bad day, have your bad day. But be mindful of how you engage and talk to folks. because some people are one snap away from snapping, right? Because we are sometimes one snap away from snapping. I know there's been times when I've been a hair, one hair pull from snapping, right? Because the world can be heavy. The weight of the world can be heavy. And the answer, God is always there. I want to say that too. God is always there. But the enemy will put such a fog. If we're not staying connected and staying aligned and aligned with God, because He ain't going nowhere, He's there. But if we're not staying connected and aligned with God, then what happens is we allow the fog to come. We allow the distractions, those beautiful distractions to come, right? We're allowing all of those things that keep us off the road and the path that God has. The path is going to be the path. The path is going to stay there. We're going to get off the road. We're going to get back on. Just like Brother Mike used to say, keep your eyes on the road. He's on here. Hey, Brother Mike. Um, you know, the path is the path. The road is the road. It's us that are have to learn how to govern our free will, right? Our free will. Because God give us our people like, oh my God, our free will. We have to govern that. We have to, and I'm taking accountability for it. I'm taking accountability for my weight going back up. Let me tell you something. I love to eat. And I know my conversations are going to lead, but they're all going to be connected, right? I love food. Always have. Even when I was a young girl, slim and trim, right? I love food. Gravy and rice, stewed chicken is my favorite. String beans is my favorite, you know. But I know that I can love food I want. I'm 50. I've I stress eat because I do a lot of reading and a lot of writing and a lot of planning. So I know that if I don't go and cook me a meal, that I'm going to order something fast food or have somebody bring me something and it's not going to be healthy. Even if I want to eat healthy, it's not going to be healthy. So I know that I have to govern myself and I need to get myself back to where I need to be for me. And yeah, aim at portion control because I can't just eat salad. I love food, right? So the goal is to make sure that I eat in portion, I portion my food and then I eat the things that I love, but just maybe change the way I plan them. I cook them and then cook. I don't like the grocery store anymore, y'all, either. I used to love going to the grocery store. It used to be a thing for me, but I don't like that anymore. Not as often as I don't like going as often as I used to enjoy going, but so I know that's a thing for me, so I have to do better with that. Um, I know I have not been out walking like I should, so I have to do better with that. I know I have not been reading like I should, because these are things that's not in anyone else's control but mine, right? So I also know that sometimes I'll be in here and I'll be on social media and like, wait a minute now. I've been on here a whole hour. What in the world did I get done? And yeah, I start with it saying, okay, I'm going to just get on here real quick so I could debrief from work because it's been a long day talking to folks. And then the next thing you know, child, I'm on that thing too long. So what I decided to do was do my dances, exercise, dance, and music. I I love it. And I do mines with, I choose the music, but I don't do just music. I actually watch the videos on YouTube. I don't think I shared that with you, Amy, but yes, admitting is the first step. Yes. I watch the videos on YouTube and honey, y'all should see me trying to do the dance moves. That's why y'all have never seen me with a video posted. I posted one with Lil Kim with the jump off. That's a couple of years ago. But let me tell you something. I be in here cutting the rug, baby. Cutting the rug. And we're gonna have Kirk Franklin on sometimes. We may have Yolanda Adams. Um uh you never know. Sometimes just whatever moves me, right? But be intentional, everybody. Be intentional with how you prepare your life for you. Be intentional with sharing information with your kids about yourself. I know as a group of people, we don't see the value in letting our kids know about our flaws. We're like, I'm the mama, I'm the daddy, or they don't need to know that. But let's remember when we were kids, how confused we were, how we didn't have an understanding of what was happening and why something was happening to us and why decisions were being made. We want our children to be in a better position than we are or we were, right? In making decisions when they get older. Um, we want them to be able to think politically, things that how policy works and how it affects them. We want them to be conscious of others in addition to themselves, right? There's nothing wrong with caring about yourself, and there's nothing wrong with caring with others. But society makes us feel guilty for loving ourselves more than we love others, and society makes us feel guilty for loving others more than we love ourselves. There has to be a balance there. There has to be a balance there. And we're never too old to learn, and the kids are never too old for us to teach them. You know, as we learn and we discover um new lessons, it's okay to be like, man, I don't think I taught that to my child. Oh, damn. How could I teach it if I didn't know that either? There's nothing wrong with being transparent. There's nothing wrong with going back and sharing that information. I do it all the time. I know I work on Michaela's nerves. And I notice as a mother, there's a lot of things that because I was working so much, or I was either working and being distracted or present and being a helicopter mom. No balance. I mean, there was balance, but, it was always, we're always going to feel like there's something more we could have done. And that probably is the truth. But as long as you're alive and you still have breath, you can make a difference. And kids, you're going to always feel like there's something that your parents could have done more or differently. And as long as they're alive, there's opportunity for you to allow them to do it. And once they're gone, be okay with knowing that you did what you could do when you could do it. They did what they could do when they could do it, right? That's not and I say that with grace. I say that with grace. I say that with knowing that that's not an easy task. However, it is a needed task. It's not a easy task, but it's a needed task. You need that for your internal healing. The enemy holds us in bondage by making us repeat in our thoughts and in our heart the things we should have said, the things we should have done, the things we said, the things we done that we cannot take back, right? God forgives. God forgives us. And we have to forgive ourselves and forgive others for people being where they were when they were, for them not living up to our expectations. And you got to give them grace because there's expectations that people have for us too that we're not able to live up to. So let's talk about that for a minute. If there are expectations that others have for us that we cannot live up to, then how can we honestly have expectation for others that they can't live up to? Thank you, Brother Mike. Thank you, Brother Mike. Let me tell you something. Y'all ponder on that while I talk to Brother Mike. When I was a kid, we had youth church, and Brother Mike was like the coolest youth pastor. And maybe that could be why Rob is so special to my heart, because he reminded me of Brother Mike. Brother Mike was so cool, and in the way he taught us, we understood. He was able to connect with us, and he used to always tell us, keep your eyes on the prize, keep your eyes on the road, right? Keep your eyes on the road. And sometimes we'd be like, he's like, what you supposed to do? We'd be like, keep your eyes on the road. Like we knew, because we knew that's what the answer was going, what he was looking for. But that that I have never forgotten that. It has guided me through my life, because I know that no matter when you exit, just like you said, no matter when you exit, there's an entrance, and God is in front of you. No matter what happens, keep your eyes on the road. Now, as a kid, when he was telling us that, we were here, but Sean, we don't never hear, but we don't listen, we don't apply it when he's saying it, but we applied it all throughout our lives. I know I have. I know I could always remember, like, it was like a voice that was in my head, and of when making the decisions, right? Because you veer to the right, you veer to the left, but the focus was always ahead. I I was a child that never lived in the past. Now, don't get me wrong. I've complained about things that happened in the past. But I've never been bonded and bounded by things that have happened to me in my past. I've been able to pull, reach deep inside and pull out, but that's because of what was poured in. So I was able to pull and hold on to those things that was poured into me. And I don't think I understood that as a young child. I know I didn't. And even as a teenager, but always wondering what to do next. And when I'm lost, there was always this guidance back to get moving forward, right? And that's because God will put people in place to pour in you, you know, to pour in you. Love you so, Trina, and to sow that seed. And let me tell you something. Brother Mike sowed some seeds, and we out here. We out here doing great things, in our lives, and we're good people. We're good people. And we're sharing that God's message that thing will renew every time, every time. So if you're if you've been called to shed light, shed light. If you've been called to import something in someone, do it. And if somebody walks up to you and tell you something, and you're like looking at them and you're like, go ahead and tell them to tell me that, seek discernment. Because sometimes God is telling them to tell you that. You're just not ready to hear it, or you don't want to hear it. Sometimes we could be so spiritual that we be dead wrong. We be dead wrong. God didn't tell you that because he would have told it to me. Nah, that ain't necessarily true all the time. Pray on it. Pray on it. Right? So I could be on here forever talking. Y'all know that. But it's 6:36 Central Time, and it is time for me to get off. Yeah, that was one of your songs, Amy. All right now. All right. Um, I love Fred Hammond and the Winans. You know, Andre Crouch, gotta be one of my favorite gospel singers of all time. And so I've been listening to those, and God just be feeling me, and Yolanda Adams, definitely get my dance on with that. So I want to leave with you all to tell you all this. Hold on to what God has told you to do. Hold on to that. No matter what life may bring to you, hold on to his instructions. Remember that God answers your prayers. He may not have answered them in your time, but he's definitely going to answer them in his time. There are things that I asked God for as a child, that he is allowing things to come to fruition now. And I ain't mad at it. There are things that I asked God for as a child, and my prayers and my crying, and and then going with life, when everything's better going with life. But he never forgets. He never forgets. If you're going through something, count it all joy. And I'm going to tell you why. People say, oh, count it all joy. People always say that. Or trust the process. Y'all always saying that. And things of that nature. Yes, I will definitely say that. Give you an example that I'm going to log off. I remember going through something, and then when God removed from it, it's just over. That's how you know it wasn't for you. It's for something else, for somebody else. When you're going through things, and it may seem like it's the worst thing in the world, and you're asking God, why is he forsaking you? He's like, I'm telling you today, it's because it's for someone else. It's your testimony. Right? That's right, Amy. It's your testimony. I went through something, and let me tell you something. Baby, if God could have, I was like, really? I was talking to this young lady one time, it was a couple of years ago, and I was just talking to her and sharing with her and encouraging her on a situation that I had lived through. And that was it. She said, thank you, Miss Michelle. I appreciate it so much. She hugged me. She cried the whole 9 yards, and I just prayed with her. And then, she went on. Tell you something. Later on, I was driving and I was sitting at home. And I was like just debriefing, sitting at the end of the day. No, I don't think I was driving. I think I was at home. But either way, I was just like kind of like just in my thoughts, purging the day, because I do that. I purge the day. And put it all on the altar so I could have rest. Okay. And God showed me, he revealed to me that what I went through 20 years ago was for that young lady. It was for her. And it was just like the revelation was like, that's why you went through that. Just like that. And I was like, what? What? Now hold on. Hold on. You mean to tell me all those years ago I went through that for this young lady? Come on, God. You could have just told me that. You could have just told me that I need to tell this little girl this. And he was like, no. It would not have had the impact that it had you not lived through it. 20 years. 20 years, and it lay dormant because I actually forgot that it happened. I forgot that it happened. So it was just for this young lady. 20 years. And it was horrible too. I just forgot it happened. 20 years. After that, I can't even remember what it was. Didn't remember that it happened. Now I can't remember what it was. I just remember the revelation. Not my story. Not my problem. God's purpose. I was kind of salty with him though. I was like, come on, bro. You could have just told me that. I could have just told a little bit of the information. But he was like, no, I needed you to live through that so you can help her, because I knew before I formed her in the womb that she was going to go through this. I was like, all right. I don't like that, but I hear you. Right? That was me back then. Now it's like free game. I understand. This is definitely this. Okay, I'm going through this. I know This is the reason for this. I know there's a reason why I'm agitated. I know this is going to work out for something. God has a plan for something. He's working some things out. I've learned to know that any obstacle that comes my way, I know it's going to be, he's working something. He's stirring a pot in the background. And I've learned to have my moments with it because I'm human. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to have my moment, but it's going to be a moment, a really short moment. It's not going to be like days and all that kind of stuff. No. Nah. You know. So be intentional with your life. Be intentional with your thoughts. Be intentional with your words. Your words. And give people grace. Because people are doing and moving about in this world sometimes with great intentions. Just because we have great intentions don't mean that we're right. But even that, give people grace because you're not always right either. 21 Days with Love. Follow me on social media platforms. Lady Love 1625 on Instagram. Michelle, that's Mischell Davis on Facebook. Mitchell's daughter. You understand what I'm saying? For Simply Great Days on Instagram and Michelle Davis on YouTube. All of the links to everything is either on For Simply Great Days or on Michelle Davis Facebook page. If you have some topics, this is the beginning of me stepping into my podcast, into the podcast world. This is the beginning of me stepping into the next chapter that God has for me, that I've been putting on hold. This will be uploaded to the YouTube channel. Like and subscribe. I don't know why I still find that funny, but that is so funny to me. Like and subscribe. This is me preparing myself to walk into what God has for me. Yes, many years ago, and just along my walk, I've had people walk up to me and tell me that they see me speaking to thousands of people. And I've been like, yeah, I'm a background person. And God is like, no, keep playing with me. I'm going to push it down. I'm going to push it down right in front of everybody. And that's what he's doing, pushing me down right in front of y'all. So I am here. I am going to be consistent with moving forward in God's instructions, even as uncomfortable as it is for me at times. It's never uncomfortable once I'm started, but getting started is like, you know, and yeah, 21 Days with Love. Y'all might see some new hair coming soon. This gray hair is really doing this do. I'm embracing it. I keep saying that I'm embracing it. Then I color it or cut it. But I am going to let the gray shine in, keep the sides cut, and you may see some new styles. I don't know. I love red hair, so I might put some red braids in it. Who knows? Of course, this is off topic, but stay tuned. More to come. And as I grow, you grow, we grow together. And as I shine, you shine, we shine together, you know. In Jesus' name, amen. I'm gone, Brother Mike. Yeah, I've been talking for over an hour. I'm ready to go. Peace.